Hello everybody, welcome to JD's Journeys. My name is JD and today we're doing another retro book review. Today's review is this book, The Reality Dysfunction, Part 1, Emergence by Peter F. Hamilton. This is the first half of the first book of the Night's Dawn trilogy by Peter F. Hamilton, and this starts off with a bang. This story takes place on several worlds in a confederation that is created by humans that spans several light years, and they have faster than light speed travel, so it's very convenient for them to go from one place to the other. Now, there are several different story threads through here, but they all do connect in some way, which we do see later on in the series. Not so much in this book, as this is just the beginning. This book is a wonderful example of great world building. Now, world building in fantasy is pretty commonplace, of course, but in science fiction, we have an entire world here that is created beautifully, and that is the planet Lalonde. And that world is actually very, very interesting because it feels like I'm actually there. The way that Hamilton describes the world, I can see it very, very clearly in my mind. It's just very well done. The story takes place mainly on three worlds. Lalonde, which is the new colony, as well as Tranquility, which is a kind of living world. It's hollow. It's more like a space station, but it's actually alive. And the other is Norfolk, which has an old English charm about it. It's very old-fashioned, kind of low-tech. The cast of characters is huge. There's a large number of characters, and they can be easy to get lost. However, there are a handful which really are the major characters that carry on throughout the books. First off is Joshua Calvert. He's a bit of a hotshot, kind of a jerk, but at the same time, he's quite likable. He's very well developed, and he ends up developing a kind of relationship with Ione Saldana, who is in charge of the world of Tranquility. I shouldn't say it's a world because it's not. However, Ione is quite young, and she is, I think, only 19 or 18 in this book. She shows a lot of youth in it, but she also shows very strong responsibility. At her age, she's only a teenager, yet she's in charge of this entire civilization. And then we have Syrinx, who is an Edonist. Now they're in the solar system, mainly. Edonists are often paired with something called a Void Hawk, which is a living spaceship. And Syrinx is a very interesting character, and I've really liked her. Although she does go through a lot later on in the series, in this book she's a very interesting character. And then we have Quinn Dexter, who is the main antagonist. He starts off in Edmonton, which I found really funny. At the beginning of the book, he's in Edmonton. This is when Earth has gone through a lot of changes. There's been environmental disasters, so all of the major cities are basically closed off from the rest of the world because it's kind of uninhabitable. However, he comes from Edmonton. And this guy is really bad. Very bad guy. And you get to see why later on. He could be like the ultimate antagonist in this book. One thing I love about this book is the complexity of the stories. There are several story threads going through the book, but they all do connect later on. Although this is only the first half of the first book, it is very good. There are a lot of surprises. It's not very predictable, so I'm always enjoying how this is going. I don't know what's going to happen. And that is one of the strengths of this book. Actually, there are so many strengths. The stories, the characters are all very well developed, and the setting is also very well described. I just find it hard to fault this book at all. Maybe the only drawback is the large cast of characters, which can be intimidating at times, but it is still very well done. and the main characters stand out very much. Originally, I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. It was that good. And you know, it still stands out to me today, and I would still give it 5 out of 5. It's very highly recommended for science fiction fans. Have you read this book? Let me know in the comment section below what you thought of it. Also, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and please subscribe for more. Thank you for going on this journey through science fiction with me. See you in the next video.